Good evening from London. The FTSE All-Share has made a strong start to the week thanks largely to demand for house builders following the release of the Halifax House Price Index for June. In corporate news, the BT Group is one of the biggest risers. Their share price rose 2.1% following investor optimism regarding the rollout of full fibre broadband in the UK. According to China's National Bureau for Statistics, the country's imports grew at their fastest pace in 10 years in May, fueled by surging commodity prices, while export growth missed expectations, likely weighed by disruptions caused by COVID-19 cases at major ports in the country's south. Exports in dollar terms grew 27.9% in May from a year earlier, slower than the 32.3% growth reported in April and missing analyst forecasts of 32.1%. Some observers say that while robust, these figures suggest growth may be levelling off, partly because of delays in China's south. Britain has lost out to France as the most popular European destination for foreign investors for the second year in a row, amid disruption from Brexit and the coronavirus pandemic. Last year, France attracted 985 foreign investment projects, slightly more than Britain with 975 and Germany with 930. This is according to data compiled by the accountancy firm EY. Overall, FDI in Europe dropped 13% in 2020, but is set to rebound this year. The UK had dominated FDIs into Europe for the first 18 years of the annual survey of foreign investments. However, the UK lost its crown for the first time to France in 2019 as businesses grappled with uncertain prospects for a trade deal between the UK and the EU. Spain has reopened its borders to fully vaccinated tourists today as the country attempts to reclaim its global leadership in tourism. Last year, the sector plunged 80% in Spain as restrictions brought travel to a virtual standstill, leaving its beaches and hotels almost deserted. The world's second most visited country is heavily dependent on tourism, and last month the government slashed its forecast for this year's economic recovery to 6.5%. Among the conditions for entry, travellers from outside of the EU must have been vaccinated at least 14 days before arrival. Those are your main stories from London at close of business.